AI never takes a break, and this week has been completely wild. This AI can generate any playable video game instantly, like GTA, Mario, or Forza Horizon. We now have a text-to-speech generator and voice cloner that's reportedly superior to 11 Labs. We now have a free AI that can modify text in images while retaining the original style and font. This AI can color whole animations automatically with just one picture, which is gonna save animators so much time. We now have a new, lightweight open-source LLM that is as good as GPT-4o. It can generate images and edit photos just like the GPT-4o. This AI can convert any video into a 3D scene and much more. So let's dive right in. First up, this AI is unbelievable. It's called Mirage, and it allows users to craft and engage with any video game in real time, offering interactive experience. There's no need to download or design anything. It simply generates whatever you request instantly. Here are a few examples. With this AI, you can actually tell the game what to do using a prompt right from the start. You can make a card appear from the side. Additional characters can be created. Anything can be done using the text prompt. And then you can also manage character movements using the standard WASD and arrow keys. The character is capable of performing various actions such as running, jumping, aiming, or shooting accurately. This can produce a multitude of video game styles. Here's a real-time example of Super Mario. Here's another instance. Observe that the generation isn't flawless. The text and dashboards are somewhat nonsensical. Still, it's pretty wild that it can generate this kind of stuff instantly and effortlessly. Here's another instance resembling GTA-style gameplay. It includes an interactive map in the lower left corner. You can observe this character moving and shooting. This is definitely a lot more action-packed than some of the other game generators I've covered on my channel. Check out more examples of how you can simply instruct the game on what actions to take using a text prompt, such as incorporating additional elements or special effects. The colors of objects or characters in the game can be altered. Here's another instance of adding effects using a text prompt. The good news is they've released 2 demos available for play now. One demo, Urban Chaos, is inspired by GTA. Another is Coastal Drift, resembling a Forza Horizon-like racing game. Both are entirely generated instantly. This is where you can play both games. Sadly, that's all they've released for now. There is currently no information available regarding whether they intend to open source this. This is undoubtedly the most impressive real-time video game generator I've encountered. Next, this AI is also extremely useful. It's called X4D, and it's developed by Pico and ByteDance. And it can transform any image or video into a 360-degree video, allowing exploration from various angles. So here are a few examples. So let's examine some examples where a video is input. So suppose the input video is on the left. And after processing it through this AI, it can produce a 360-degree video like this. So here are several examples. When we provide this video, which by Veo3, as an input, and then the system is able to generate 360-degree scene. So this is a video that allows you to move around and view it from any angle. Or here's another example. Let's assume we have this input video. Well, we can create a 360-degree video from it, like so. Now, instead of using a video, you can simply provide it with an image, and it will create an entire 360-degree world just like this. Notice that it was provided with this single image, so it doesn't know what the back of the scene looks like, but it can extrapolate and estimate its appearance. The great thing is, if you scroll to the top of the page, they've already released a GitHub repo. And if you scroll down slightly, it contains all the instructions for downloading and running it locally on your computer. Note that this utilizes Alibaba's WAN 2.1 for video generation. And be aware that it states here the minimum RAM needed is 48 gigabytes. So bear that in mind. Next, a little update from HiggsField. HiggsField announced that the Soul model is now freely available to all users. You can get a certain amount of usage just by logging in daily. Click the link below the video to try the Soul model for free, which is great for creating stylish portraits. You can also choose from different style presets. This model can generate portraits that rival real photography. You can't see any signs of synthesis at all. Using the same prompts, when compared with Midjourney V7, the Sowell model clearly has a stronger advantage. Next, this AI is quite fascinating. It's called LangScene-X. It constructs three-dimensional scenes from a handful of images. Suppose you have just 2 or 3 images of a scene. You can simply provide your input to this AI, and it will generate a 3D video, just like this example. Beyond a standard video, it can create a segmentation map of the scene. It automatically segments objects within the scene. Here are additional examples. Instead of a segmentation video, you can also configure it to perform normal estimation. To put it another way, the system is capable of estimating the precise orientation of every surface within the scene. Here's another instance of normal videos. Here are further examples. Using a few photos from various angles, it reconstructs a complete video of the scene. Additionally, it can identify specific objects in the scene through prompts. If you provide the prompt fridge, as demonstrated here, the system will highlight the fridge prominently at the top of the page. Fortunately, they've already released the code. So if you just click this GitHub repo, and it'll show you exactly how to download and get it running on your computer locally. Next, this AI is incredibly useful. It goes by the name Calligrapher, and it can modify text in images using various styles and fonts. Here's an example. You can just change this original text to technology and it'll keep the same font and look as the first picture. Or here's yet another example, and observe that it functions with all available fonts. So yeah, even for something tricky like this, it figures out what the font looks like and then changes the text to match. Besides merely altering the text of an existing image while preserving the original style and font, you can just upload a reference image to dictate the desired text style or font as you want. So, like, we've got this original picture, right? Then we provide it with another picture that has the text style we want, instruct it to create the text Legion, and boom, this is what comes out. Here's the astonishing part. It's not even necessary to upload a reference image containing text. It could be something abstract like these lightning bolts, and it would still function. So suppose we want to change Maria to action, and we input this reference image. And the result text would appear like this. Alternatively, if we upload this rainbow as a reference image, here's how the resulting text would appear. Quite fascinating. The good news is if you scroll to the top of the page, they've already released the models and code. To get started, simply access this GitHub repo. It provides a complete guide on how to install and run it directly on your machine. They also provide a user-friendly graphical interface, so you don't have to deal with raw code. Next up, this AI is a total game changer for animators. It's referred to as long animation, and it can automatically color long animations, maintaining color consistency over time. This uses a reference-colored image along with the sketch animation. And using the reference image, this AI will essentially colorize the sketch animation. So on the right, you have your final result. And this saves animation studios a lot of time, as they no longer need to color each frame individually. They only need to sketch the animation and input one colored frame, and the AI will colorize the remaining frames. And note that this video is about 27 seconds long, so it can handle lengthy videos. Here's another one where the animation is the same, but we changed their outfit colors around, getting the idea from the reference picture. Once you've done that step, simply send it to the AI and you'll observe how it beautifully colors everything up, perfectly matching the reference picture once more. Now you have even more possibilities with this. So, you aren't required to input a completely colored image. You can simply provide a partly colored image. For instance, on the left, only the characters are colored, and then we can run it through this AI using a prompt to set the background as a beach. And this is what it creates. Alternatively, instead of a beach, we can place them in a forest. And this is what we receive. Isn't that amazing? Top of this page, a GitHub repo has already been released. And if you scroll down, it includes all the instructions on how to download and run this on your computer locally. Next on our list is an open source text-to-speech generator with claims suggesting it outperforms 11 labs. This tool is called Kyutai TTS, and it requires just a few seconds of audio to replicate a voice and make it say anything. It also functions with various expressions, provided the original audio includes that emotion or expression. Additionally, you can utilize this in real time through their online platform named Unmute. Let's dive into this, where you can select from various voices and scenarios. A great feature of Qwen AI is its ability to produce lengthy clips that last several minutes. So you can see here some of these generations are like over 20 minutes long, and the benchmarks say they're even better than ElevenLabs. In this benchmark, lower scores are preferable, and QTI achieved the lowest among various text-to-speech platforms. The same applies to speaker similarity. This refers to how accurately it replicates the voice. Qwen AI continues to outperform ElevenLabs, though it trails slightly behind CSM. It's worth observing that their comparison did not feature ElevenLabs version 3, nor did it include Open Audio S1, despite both being recognized as cutting-edge text-to-speech generators currently available. These are their own benchmarks, so, take it with a grain of salt. It appears they are excluding many leading contenders. This entirely free and open source. Therefore, by clicking on their GitHub repo, you'll find all the necessary code and instructions to locally run not only their text-to-speech conversion tool, but also their speech-to-text tool, which can transcribe an audio clip you provide. Keep in mind, it has just 1.6 billion parameters, enabling it to run on most consumer-grade GPUs. In any case, the link to the real-time AI voice and the GitHub repo are located at the top here. I'll provide a link to this main page in the description below for further reading. Next, this AI also cool, it's called InfiniteYou. This is a project previously released by ByteDance. It allows flexible editing of images and styles while retaining personal identity features. Users only need to input a reference photo and a text description, and InfiniteYou can generate a new image that matches the description. It also retains the identity features of the person in the photo. Great news! At the top of the page, you'll see that the project has now opened its source code, ComFUI nodes, and an online Hugging Face demo. When you click on the GitHub repository, it has all the instructions to get it running. Next up, this AI is quite beneficial. It goes by name depth anything at any condition. And just like the name hints, it can figure out how far away objects are in pictures, even when the weather's bad or it's dark. So you just put in one image and it generates a depth map, which essentially provides information on how far away various objects are from the camera. When you compare this to depth anything, you'll notice that the tool's output tends to be really blurry, but this new one is significantly sharper and clearer. Here's the former competitor and the new one. Here's another example showing a competitor that's somewhat blurry and low quality, and here is the improved version. And check it out this. Even though the weather in the photo isn't great, it can still convey the depth of everything quite well. The cool part is, if you just go up to the top of the page, they've already put everything out there. Additionally, they've provided a free Hugging Face space for online trials. They've released this GitHub repo, providing all the necessary instructions for you to download and run it on your personal computer. Next up, this AI is extremely useful. It's called Ovis U1, and essentially, it's a multimodal language model, which implies its capabilities extend beyond typical chatbot functions to include image analysis. Now, besides its ability to analyze images, this system also possesses the capability to generate them. Here are examples of its image creations using a text prompt. Besides creating images, this can also modify images using only a text prompt. For instance, you can transform this image into Miyazaki style like this, or you can have it entirely erase this armchair, and here's the result now. When examining Ovis U1's performance, it's not the top option available, but it nearly matches GPT-4o, which is a paid and closed source tool. In the realm of image editing, Ovis U1 is entirely open source. So it's not the top choice, but it nearly matches GPT-4o. It's just about 2 points off. The great part is they've launched a free Hugging Face space for you to test this online. Besides the Hugging Face space, the good news is they also offer a GitHub repo that includes all the steps on how to install and operate this locally on your computer. Next up, Qwen TTS. This week, Alibaba Cloud released the Qwen TTS high-performance speech model. It can convert both Chinese and English into natural-sounding speech. Qwen TTS now supports multiple dialects and voice tones. It's suitable for a variety of scenarios. Qwen TTS was trained using 3 million hours of voice data. It can automatically adjust the speed, emphasis, rhythm, and emotional expression of the text.
Oh my gosh! Are we really going to the Maldives? That's unbelievable! Jenny squealed.
The model is currently available only through an API. Most Qwen models are usually open source, but this time they did not make it open source. That's the end of today's show. Thank you all for your support and watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave comments. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. See you in the next episode, and as always, I will be on the lookout for the newest and coolest AI tools to share with you. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.